Hi, I'm Tim Roble, and welcome to another episode of Adventure Athlete. I'm going to call today, I'm going to say it's day 14. We're starting our third week. It's Monday morning, and here's what I got done. Basically, I redid all of the winch mount, got it set up, and it's set up and ready. It's triangulated in, plated on the bottom, and set it up ready to go in. You saw the shock mounts, those are done and ready to bolt shocks on. I've already had them in place. I have the front floor panel cut out and it's ready to go in, and I'm going to put that in here in a little bit. I have the roof mocked up, 4 foot by 8 foot. Right now I'm actually considering cutting that width down to 3 foot by 8 foot, and I think that's what's going to happen. Basically, what you have to look at on something like this is, although you can design it and get everything down on paper and what you think you're going to do, when you actually get into something like this, you're basically having to solve problems on the fly, and that's what every guy that I teach to fabricate, that's the number one thing I say is, as a fabricator, all you are is a problem solver through design, engineering, and tools. You got to figure out, you may design something super cool, but you don't have the tools to build it, or it's something that's not even possible. So as a fabricator, you have to kind of be a designer, an engineer, a fabricator, a machinist. You got to make parts, you got to figure out how things are going to triangulate in and bring everything into working. So that's where we're at here. I've kind of figured out what I'm going to do here on the sides. I'm going to come up to about a foot above the roof line, and then that's going to angle in, and I think that angle is going to end up being with a 3-foot roof. Had the weekend to had a great weekend this weekend, Cinco de Mayo weekend. We went away down to Anaheim, spent a little time down at Disneyland and up at the Grand Regency across the street from Disneyland, and they got a 5th floor club that we went to, and it was just awesome. It was nice to let my mind relax and get away from the project. What I learned about myself last week is, I've been pushing hard to really make this thing happen so I can drive to my dad's next Monday, a week, 7 days from now. And what I just came up with was quit pushing, because the quality is starting to suffer a little bit. So I went back and revisited some of the things that I was pushing hard on, and made those right. And so we haven't seen a whole lot of progress. Last week I went back and kind of, I had to redo the winch mount, and I just made sure everything's 100% welded out and that we're ready to go up for Monday. So here we are Monday morning. It's about 8:30. And I've decided to go up, and from this line, I was looking at some of my pictures with my rooftop tent, and from this line I'm going to come up to about here. It's going to present itself as a false roof about a foot above body line, and then that's going to go up to the 3-foot level. I still have a little measuring and stuff to do. I think my solar panels are somewhere around 42 inches. And I had planned on running those across this way, so maybe I'll have to run them long ways now, and maybe one up front on the cab over or something. But you have to take all these little things into consideration. I got a 34-inch counter height going in. Originally I had that at a 32.5. Not a big difference, but it's enough to kind of get things in the right place and where they really need to be, because packaging this is more like building like a little Ford Transit. I was watching some videos on YouTube this weekend, and guys building a Ford Transit. Boy, you got to do a lot of packaging to get a person or two in one of those little minivans. And basically this is the same thing, except for I have 2 full-size spares, and I want to carry a motorcycle inside. So that's kind of the some of the hurdles to overcome on this, and I think I can do it. Another thing I wanted to even talk about is proportions. If you look at the cab of the Canyon, it's more of like a sports car seating. You kind of sit down in the truck and your legs are out, versus like a full-size truck, you kind of sit up and your legs kind of dangle down. And that's about a 10-inch taller cab or so, 10 to 12 I'm going to say, just from looking at it. Had some times to look at some trucks this weekend, and I think a full size venue of this type of build would be a much easier process to do and make look good. But I got no doubts. I'm pretty optimistic right now. I'm going to be able to pull it off. Have a nice place to sleep, a nice place for my wife to sleep since she doesn't want to sleep up in the little cubby hole. I'll be able to carry a motorcycle, store our gear. And I'll pick and choose when we take the motorcycles. It's a motorcycle. It won't always go on a road trip with us. We're talking about doing a whitewater rafting trip, but we will spend the night in Pismo. So I probably won't take the motorcycle. Unfortunately, we're going to be in Pismo. That would be fun to ride, but I don't want to move the bike for the next 8 days in and out. So it'd be better just to spend the one night there. We'll take a kayak with us and just go kayaking instead, or go for a run on the beach. Anyway, that's long-winded for me again. But just trying to get my thoughts down and out to you guys about what I'm doing and what I'm trying to achieve here. So things are looking up. I think this week we're going to see a lot of change and a lot of good things happening. So that's going to be it for now. I appreciate each and every one of you subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you like this type of thing, hit like. Give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down and tell me why. That's going to be it for now. I'm Tim Roble. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you here next time.